Adeline Yen Ma was born in China in 1937, a time of great turmoil and change. Her early years were marked by the cultural and political upheavals that shaped the nation. Despite the challenges she faced, Adeline found solace in writing. She wrote a book about her life, capturing the essence of her struggles and triumphs. It is called Falling Leaves, the memoir of an unwanted Chinese daughter. This book has touched the hearts of many readers around the world. Adeline's story is like the fairy tale Cinderella, but her story is true. Unlike the fairy tale, her journey was filled with real pain and hardship. Adeline's childhood was very difficult. She grew up in a family that did not value her, often feeling isolated and unloved. Her family did not love her. She was often neglected and mistreated, making her feel like an outcast in her own home. But Adeline was very strong. She possessed an inner strength that helped her endure the hardships and rise above the challenges. She never gave up hope. Even in the darkest times, she held on to the belief that things would get better. Adeline's story teaches us about courage. Her resilience in the face of adversity is a powerful reminder of the human spirit's strength. It teaches us about the importance of education. Adeline's dedication to her studies was a key factor in her eventual success. Most of all, it reminds us that we are all worthy of love. Despite her family's rejection, Adeline found love and acceptance in other places. Adeline found her own happy ending. Through perseverance and determination, she achieved success and happiness. She wants her readers to find happiness too. Her story is a beacon of hope, encouraging others to believe in themselves and their dreams. Adeline was born in Shanghai in 1937, a bustling city filled with both opportunity and hardship. Her mother died shortly after her birth, leaving a void in the family that would never be filled. Adeline's family blamed her for her mother's death, a burden no child should have to bear. They called her bad luck, a label that haunted her throughout her childhood. Adeline's father was a rich businessman, deeply engrossed in his work and social status. He remarried a woman named Niang, hoping to rebuild his family. Niang had 4 children of her own, creating a blended family that was anything but harmonious. Adeline's stepmother was cruel to her, treating her with disdain and neglect. She favored her own children, showering them with love and attention while Adeline was left in the shadows. Adeline was treated like a servant. She was often hungry, her basic needs neglected. She had to wear old clothes, hand-me-downs that barely fit. Her siblings were mean to her. They called her names, making her feel even more isolated. They made her feel unwanted. Adeline felt very alone, yearning for a sense of belonging. She longed for her father's love, hoping he would see her worth. But her father was distant and cold, his heart seemingly closed off to her. He seemed to care more about his business than his daughter, leaving Adeline to fend for herself emotionally. Adeline had to be very strong, finding resilience within herself. She learned to survive in a hostile environment, developing a strength that would carry her through the toughest of times. Adeline found comfort in books. She loved to read. Her grandfather encouraged her love of learning. He told her stories. He taught her about Chinese culture. Books became Adeline's escape. They transported her to different worlds. They made her forget her troubles. Adeline was a bright student. She excelled in school. Her teachers recognized her intelligence. They encouraged her to pursue her education. Adeline's Aunt Baba also believed in her. Baba was a kind woman. She treated Adeline with love and respect. Section 4. Education, Adeline's path to freedom. Adeline knew that education was her only way out. She studied hard, often staying up late into the night, poring over her books. She was determined to excel in her studies, knowing that this was her ticket to a better life. She wanted to make something of herself, to rise above the limitations that had been placed on her. Adeline envisioned a future where she could be independent and successful. She wanted to prove her family wrong, especially those who doubted her abilities. Her stepmother often belittled her dreams, but Adeline's resolve only grew stronger. Adeline dreamed of going to university, a place where she could expand her horizons and meet like-minded individuals. She often imagined herself walking through the grand halls of a prestigious institution, but her stepmother did not want her to go. She believed that a woman's place was at home, and she tried to discourage Adeline at every turn. The tension in the household was palpable. One day, Adeline won a writing competition. This was a significant achievement that showcased her talent and potential. It was a moment of validation for all her hard work. Her father was very proud of her. He saw the spark in her eyes and the determination in her heart. For the first time, he began to believe in her dreams. He agreed to let her go to university in England. This was a monumental decision that changed the course of Adeline's life. She packed her bags with a mix of excitement and nervousness. This was a turning point in Adeline's life. Arriving at the university, she felt a sense of freedom and possibility that she had never experienced before. She was finally free from her family, free to pursue her dreams and carve out her own path. Adeline's journey had just begun, and the future was bright. Section 5. A Story of Hope. Adeline went on to have a successful career. She became a doctor, she got married and had children of her own. Adeline never forgot her past. She wrote to share her story. She wanted to give hope to others who are suffering. Adeline's story is an inspiration to us all. It teaches us that we can overcome any obstacle. It shows us the power of education. And it reminds us that love can conquer all.